taking the time to watch this presentation. You're watching because someone's thought enough of you to share what I believe to be a remarkable opportunity with you. So once you've watched the full presentation, I'd urge you to go back to that person, let them know all your favourite bits and any questions you may have, get them answered straight away. Before I go on, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Emma Cooper, and my background before I started my business is that I was a full-time police officer. I worked for Greater Manchester Police, and so did my husband Sean. And in the beginning, I can't really say that I hated my job, because I didn't. I really loved it. But a few challenges came my way. I was assaulted quite badly a couple of times, which really knocked my confidence. Also, there were some tragedies in the police service, a loss of 2 police women who worked in the same police force as me, and it really shook me up and made me consider what I wanted to do long term. We also didn't have very much time together, and when I was 30 weeks pregnant, my friend told me about an opportunity of maybe being able to earn an extra income while I was on maternity leave. She'd actually told me about the opportunity 4 years before, but being a sceptical, negative police officer, I really just dismissed it and thought it wasn't really for me. However, 4 years on, I decided to take a look when I was about to go on my maternity leave, and quite frankly, I am grateful that I did. Over the last 2 years, I have been building my business. It has gone from strength to strength. So initially, I just wanted those few hundred extra pounds a month, but very quickly I saw the full potential of what the opportunity offered me, and I decided to give it a little bit more of my time. Although initially working it around being heavily pregnant and working full-time, now I was able to give it a little bit more time. What that did to my business was ensure that I qualified for all of the company incentives that you'll see as we go through the presentation. It also ensured that I was able to leave my job to resign as a police officer in month 5 of my business, with a lot of hard work and effort put in by myself and lots of people that I was helping. We qualified for those company incentives like global travel, a share of the company's profits, but most importantly, it gave us time back as a family. It enabled me to work this business full-time but flexibly around my son and my husband, who was also able to resign as a police officer as well. We've built a rather large business now, which means we are a top 5 business in the world with Forever Living products. And that makes me really proud. It also makes me really excited to be able to share the benefits of the opportunity with lots of other people, with the knowledge and the confidence that I can help people and my team can help people earn that extra income, whatever that might be for you. So now I'm going to talk to you about the background of our company. We work alongside an American company called Forever Living Products. This is not a new company. This is a 38-year-old company, started in Arizona in 1978 by the wonderful gentleman you see on the screen, Rex Morn. I've had the pleasure of meeting Rex, and what really stood out to me about this opportunity is that it was a family-run business. You know, going through it is a theme of family ethics, family values and family morals. And when I was taking a look, as I suppose a sceptical police officer, this was something that really kind of warmed my heart, because I was used to a government organisation, no warmth or compassion or support there, in my opinion. And so it was really great to see. We've been in the UK since 1993. We have a really stable business. We turn over $2.6 billion per year. So it's not a small company. If you look at other companies that you consider large, I think you'll find that they're not as big as this one. They don't turn over those amounts of that amount of money. We also have income-generating assets of over $1.5 billion. This stood out for me because it was about a foundation, a strong foundation to a company. So I knew that I was joining something that wasn't a fad. It wasn't going to be here today and gone tomorrow. I could look into the history of that company and be satisfied that I was joining something with longevity. These are income-generating assets, as I've said, which means that they bring in more income, making the company even more stable. We also are cash rich and debt free. We've never ever loaned a penny from anybody, so no one can come in and kind of take the rug from under our feet. We're a really stable company. We operate in over 160 countries worldwide. What that means to you is if you know somebody in another country, or you know someone who knows someone in another country, you can have a business there, and you can do that right from the very start of your business. In the UK, we turn over £135 million a year, and this is rising very, very fast. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see 2 accreditations: Investors in People at Gold Standard and also Direct Selling Association. So we have a Gold Standard Award in Investors in People, which means our company helps coach and train people at a very high standard. Also, we're award-winning members of the Direct Selling Association. We don't consider ourselves a sale company, it's more recommendation, as you'll hear shortly, but we thought it was important that we had a government stamp of approval to say that they looked at our marketing plan, they looked at how we do business, and they're happy with that. And so that was really, really great and satisfying to see. This is our sales history. You'll notice it only goes up, which is definitely something to be very proud of. But over the last 37 years of continual growth, this has been where our business has really set its foundations. So of course you want to join something on the up, and we've seen a massive, massive rise over the last few years in particular. So why is Forever so successful globally? It's because it's a really simple business. We pride ourselves in keeping it simple, and it's because of a combined power of a network of home-based business owners, people like you and I work in our businesses flexibly from home, and all we're doing is supplying products directly to the consumer. So there are no middlemen, and all we're doing then is offering that same opportunity to others. So Forever produce the products, we send them straight to the customer, the consumer, via us. There are no costs involved, which means Rex can provide us with a very generous marketing plan that benefits us as business owners. And what are the benefits of team marketing, which is what we call it? Well, it's an uncapped and willable income. And what that means is you can earn as much as you physically want to. There is no cap on your earnings. What I've certainly found through my journey is that I never got told, slow down, you're earning too much. It was always, well done. You got paid the second highest bonus in the UK this month. We're very proud of you. What are you going to earn next month? And so that was a great environment to be a part of. Knowing that that income is also a willable income, which means that it will outlive me. So I can will my income on to my husband, my son, should anything happen to me, and certainly if anything happened in an untimely manner, I find that was really great peace of mind. You can also work your business part-time and full-time to fit around your current commitments. You've already heard that I ran my business around being 30 weeks pregnant and also having a newborn and working full-time as a police officer. I fitted it into the nooks and crannies that I had. You'll be given full training and support, something that was really important to me. I'd never worked in any company where I had to recommend anything. I'd certainly never even heard of network marketing. So to know that my hand was going to be held every step of the way was really important. And you'll find training like no other as part of our team, because I know the importance of it. You decide your goals and the system will allow you to achieve them. We have a really simple system, but what will drive your business forward is your goals, what you're prepared to work for. We'll help you break these down. I certainly wasn't akin to setting goals, but I definitely am now, and I found that that has been the secret to success, having really strict goals, knowing what I wanted, and being handheld in building my business to know what I had to do to achieve them. You also have the opportunity to build globally. We're in over 160 countries worldwide. Little did I think when I started my business that I would have a global business, but what that brings with it is income streams from other companies, ensuring your business is really, really stable and safe. I have businesses now in Australia, New Zealand, France, Spain, America, the Middle East, and we help lots of different people earn that extra income or a lot of income depending on what they want. And we have a lot of recognition, a lot of prizes, and an awful lot of fun. We've built such a great team spirit within our Eagles team, we're called, and we found that it's more like a family. You'll always be recognised for the small things, not just the big things. And again, I think this has been part of our success as well. So what is it that we actually do? Well, firstly, we start to use the products ourselves. We become our own best customer. When I got started, all I did is use the products. I became an enthusiastic user of those products, and I was able to tell people that I cared about the benefits I'd received from them. And then naturally you will start to talk about that and share the products with other people. And we will help you develop a customer base of 20 to 30 plus regular customers. All we do is coach everybody to do exactly the same. So to help them find their 20 plus regular customers and find their 5 key people. And all we do is work a very simple business cycle. I looked at this at the beginning and thought, really, it can't be that simple, but it actually is. So every business, no matter what you're starting, all starts in the very same way. If you were to start a business as a plumber, electrician, a hairdresser, you would start with a database of contacts, people that you knew, just to let them know, I've started a new business. If you need my goods or services, you know where to get hold of me. And that's all we do. We build that database and offer people to have a look at a little bit of information, which is what you've already done. And should they like that information, all we do is send on either a link like you're watching, or sit down and have a cup of coffee and share with them this business presentation. And then if they like what they see, fantastic. We can then get started, get your business registered and put in a planning in place, because this is your business, nobody else's. You'll all have very different goals. So you'll tell us how much you want to earn, when you want to earn it by, and how much time you have to put into it. Using that information, we'll develop you your own unique business plan. And whatever the reason it is that you're looking at this presentation, is that word in the middle. It's your reason why you've chosen to have a look at another opportunity. It might be you want more time with your family, like I did. It might be you want financial freedom. It might be you want a new car. You want to work on confidence and self-development. Things like pension that scared the life out of me, being a police officer, where everything changed. Just one day going into work, I was told that I had to work for longer, get paid out less, pay in more money. It just seemed so unfair, and I had no handle on it whatsoever. So one of my reasons for looking at this business was certainly long-term pension plans. Most people looking at this opportunity will be looking to fit it into the nooks and crannies of time that we have. How do you do it then? How do you get the time to put into this new business? It's all about multiplying your time, working smarter, not necessarily harder. So this might be you, and you might have 5-10 hours a week to put into your business. We're going to help you find some key people. They will all have varying amounts of time to put in their business, because we're all different. You might find one person who just wants to recommend those products to friends and family, maybe putting in 5 hours a week. And that would mean that that's 5 hours also going into your business. You might come across somebody else who wants to be more of a business builder. They want to put 20 hours in between them and their team going into their business. Somebody else who wants to take it a bit more seriously, 30 hours. Somebody else who wants to be a business developer, put in 60 hours. All that means is a total time into theirs and your business of 125 hours worked collectively. Now, in any normal job, if you were putting in 10 hours, you'd be paid on 10 hours. It doesn't work like that in network marketing, and that's the beauty of multiplying your time. You would be paid on the 125 hours of time collectively worked into your business, not just the 10 hours of time. And all we do is teach everybody to do what we've done. We use the products, become our own best customer. We develop that regular customer base. We help find the 5 key people, and we coach everybody to duplicate exactly the same way.
So I'm now going to take you through the next part of the presentation, but before I do so, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So my name is Emma Waite, and my background is in health and fitness, where I'm a qualified personal trainer and studio instructor, and then I went into leisure club management. Now, my journey with Forever started back in March 2014, and at the time I was running a very busy leisure club, working very long unsociable hours, so my business was very much part-time, small pockets of time around my job and my commitments. But what I found very quickly, I hit my first promotion, and that is when I started to take this business seriously. That's where I looked at the incentives that the company was prepared to offer me versus my employer at the time, and I quite quickly realised that Forever had a lot more to offer. So I made the decision quite early on in my business that I was going to leave my career after nearly 10 years service so I could do my Forever business full time. Fast forward, I have now achieved all of the company incentives that you're going to see on this presentation. So I've been on the global travel, I have achieved car plan, I've been lucky enough to collect a share of the company's profits. But more than the materialistic things, what this business has given me, more than anything, is time. And that is much more time at home with my partner. As prior to Forever, we were both like passing ships in the night and very rarely got to spend any time with each other. So it's now my privilege to take you through the next part. It's the money part, the good part. You all want to know how you earn your money. So there are three different areas of income. The first one being that you may simply just want to retail the products, which is brilliant. We can show you how you can earn anywhere from £200 to £400 per month. You might decide you want a little bit more, and you're going to find a few more people that also want to earn an additional income, and you can become a business leader, where you can look at earning anywhere from £800 to £2,000 plus per month. Or you may decide, like me now, you might want to do it on a larger scale and become a business developer, where you can see you can earn anywhere from £2,000 to £20,000 plus per month. Now, this is the only bit of jargon I'm going to go through with you, but I think it's really important I do, so it makes sense of the next couple of slides. Now, when Rex Maughan set this company up back in 1978, he knew he wasn't going to stay in America and that he wanted to go global. So he knew straight away we would come up against a currency barrier. So he created what we call a case credit. In simple terms, a case credit is our internal currency. So we all work in case credits and we all talk in case credits. So the beauty of this is if you have a global business, for instance, I have a team in New Zealand, if I was to speak in them in pounds and they speak in dollars, we would make no sense. Whereas if we're both speaking in case credits, we're singing from the same hymn sheet, so it makes much more sense when you're building a global business. So here in the UK, one case credit equates to £166 at wholesale and £237 at retail. And the company asks of us one small thing, and that is that we do 4 case credits each month. Now, don't get me wrong, if you don't do your 4, nothing happens. It is certainly not a target, but more of a goal, because it shows that you are building a stable business and you've got the solid foundations to open up further streams of income later down the marketing plan. There are different ways of doing your case credits. Of course, you will use the products yourself and you'll become your own best customer. That will naturally lead you to retailing and recommending the products, which will also gain you case credits. And as you can see, you also get case credits for introducing people to the business. So just over 1 case credit for each person that you introduce. So when you register your business, you will purchase what we call our business owner box. This contains 18 of the UK's fastest selling products, and it really is a whole business in a box. It contains all of the company literature, your brochures, your website, your wholesale shop, everything. And this starts you at a fantastic position on the marketing plan, which we call assistant supervisor. Now, assistant supervisors go straight in and get a 35% discount on all of the products. So that's an immediate cash in hand profit of 35% on every single product that you recommend to your friends and your family. You will also get a one-off sponsoring bonus of £39 for each person that you personally introduce to the business. To start working your way up the marketing plan, the first promotion would be to supervisor. Supervisor is where you achieve 25 case credits over 2 consecutive months. And I will point out that for every promotion leading to manager, you have got 2 consecutive months to do them, and they are rolling months at that. The beauty of supervisor is you now get a pay rise. You go from 35 to 38% discount. So that's 38% cash in hand profit that you will make on every product that you recommend to your friends and family. Your sponsoring bonus will now go up to £45. But now what happens, you open up another stream of income. We call this income a team leading bonus. You can see the percentages on the screen, and what the team leading bonus is where the company recognise that you're helping other people to build a business. So they simply pay you the difference between where you are on the marketing plan and where they are. So as an example, they may be brand new to your team, assistant supervisor, and on 35%. You're a supervisor on 38, the difference is 3%. So you will be paid 3% of everything that moves through each of their business. And an average supervisor business can earn you in team leading bonus alone around £250 per month. The next promotion on the marketing plan is assistant manager. Assistant manager is 75 case credits over the 2 consecutive months. You now get another pay rise. This pay rise now goes to 43%, and your sponsoring bonus goes up to £54. Of course, your team leading bonus just depends on where you are on the marketing plan and your team are on the marketing plan. You will have started to find and help a few more people, so you may have people at assistant supervisor and supervisor. The difference between you and them just determines how much you earn, but an average assistant manager can look at earning around £600 per month. The next promotion on the marketing plan is manager. Manager is where you achieve 120 case credits over 2 consecutive months and you get another pay rise. Your pay rise now goes to 48%, and if I'm honest, when I looked at this, manager was the goal because I wanted to be able to purchase my products at nearly half price. You can also see that you get £64 for each person that you introduce to the business, but of course your team will have started to grow, you'll help in more people, so your team leading bonus will grow. And an average manager can look at earning anywhere from £800 to £2,000 plus per month. Now, it doesn't stop at manager. Of course, when you're a manager, you're going to want to help other people achieve the manager position. And this is where our royalty style income kicks in. So you heard earlier that this is a willable income, and this is where it comes into play. So you're a manager, you're earning £800 to £2,000 per month, and you might help Flo, for instance, in your team become a manager. You'll be paid 6% of everything that moves through Flo's business for life. If Flo then helps Joe, you'll be paid 3% of everything that moves through Joe's business. And if Joe helps Mo, you'll be paid 2% of everything that moves through Mo's business. Now, you can see there on the side that these figures are based on very average manager businesses here in the UK, and average managers have a turnover of around £15,000 per month. So based on average manager businesses, you can see here with one line of managers, you can look at earning around £1,650 per month in royalty style income alone. But don't forget, you're already earning £800 to £2,000 plus outside of that manager leg. So added together, you can see how you can earn £2,450 to £3,650 per month with one line of average managers. So you can imagine what that income will do if you've got 4, 5, maybe 6 lines of those managers. And it doesn't stop there, because of course the more people that you have personally helped get to the manager position means that you will be rewarded with different titles. So you can see the incomes on the screen, but once you have helped 2 people get to the manager position, you'll be given the title of senior manager. Once you've helped 5, you'll be given the title of soaring manager. Once you've helped 9 people, you'll be given the title of Sapphire, and that is where the next pay rise kicks in. So you can see there that you get a 1% gem bonus. So that 6, 3 and 2% on the royalty style income now goes to 7, 4 and 3. So in an average business, that's around £20,000 to £30,000 increase per year. When you've helped 17 people get to the manager position, you'll be given the title of Diamond Sapphire. You now get a 2% gem bonus. And once you've helped 25 people, you'll be given the title of Diamond Manager. And Diamond Managers get a 3% gem bonus. The first incentive, if I'm honest, is my favourite, and this is because it is chairman's bonus. This, to me, is the most generous company incentive. Chairman's bonus is where Rex gives back a percentage of his profits back to us, the business owners. So he gives back around 3% of his profits, and as you can see, this year he gave back just over $26.6 million. He gives them back in the form of these very large cheques, and he stood on the stage for 3 days handing out his hard-earned cash to us, the business owners, in a way of just saying thank you for what we perceive as doing a job well done. We also have different incentives. We have Forever to Drive. We nickname it Car Plan. Car Plan is where the company will pay you up to £525 per month, additional to what you're already earning. We nickname it Car Plan because that amount of money loans itself to a car payment, but for you that may pay your mortgage, that may put your child through university or school fees. You can do with that money whatever you wish. And we also have global travel. We have 2 destinations every year, April and September, and these destinations are 5-star, luxury, all-inclusive destinations. They really are nothing but the best. You get a credit card with your spending money on, and you are treated like royalty from start to finish. Now, the beauty that I find with this business is it really is for anybody and everybody. You've heard from a few people on the presentation today with all different backgrounds. You can see on the screen there are people building businesses within our team, all with very different backgrounds. And what I love more than anything, this business is not for any person in particular, and you don't need any qualifications to start your business.
It's my privilege to take us through the product section, and as we know, a company is only as good as its products, and we have some fantastic products in our range. As you can see, we've got weight management, animal care, sports performance, supplements, skincare. There's something for everyone. The animal care one, when I was looking at this business presentation for the first time, really stood out to me because we don't test on animals. We actually test on humans to use on animals, and a lot of our product range can be used on animals. As you may have already heard, £135 million turnover that we did in the UK last year. And as you can see on the screen, we're not even scratching the surface of the marketplaces that are out there. So why Forever Products? We are the world's largest grower of aloe vera. We actually cultivate 80% of the world's aloe, and we're the world's largest beekeepers. We're GM-free, no insecticides, pesticides, no artificial fertilisers. We actually use goats to fertilise our crops, and we're that precious over our crops, we own the airspace above and all around. We have a patented stabilisation process, which basically means nobody can do what we do. What we actually do in Forever is we hand harvest that aloe plant, we take out the inner gel and we bottle it within 2 to 4 hours, giving us a really superior stabilised process. You'll see on the right hand side of the screen some seals of approval that we have. Because we now are in a multicultural society, Forever have given us many stamps of approval. As you can see, we've got the kosher rating, the Islamic Society, the halal rating, and we also have this, as you can see, is animal cruelty. We don't test on animals, we actually test on humans to use on animals. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see our 60-day money-back guarantee. That's an unconditional 60-day money-back guarantee. And doing my bit of research, I wanted to find out maybe what the return rate was. And what I found was it's less than 0.5%. And when you look at our turnover of $2.8 billion last year, that's an incredible, incredible return rate.
So as you've heard from Nicola, these are really fantastic products, and I'm sure you feel the same way as me. And when I got started, I really wanted to get my hands on them as soon as possible. And the best way to get started and to start using the products is to purchase your business in a box. Now, what really surprised me when I was looking, of course, we've seen all of the marketing plan and everything that it offers. So I was expecting there to be a large investment, which I really couldn't afford at the time. But when it came onto this slide and I saw that that whole pack to start my business off was just an investment of £199.75, I was really shocked. You know, to start a business for under £200 is almost unheard of. And of course, it's very simple to earn that money back immediately if you just plug yourself into our training system. So within this box, you'll get 18 of the UK's top selling products, the fastest selling products. Of course, you'd want that and not the slowest selling products. But all of those things come with the box. Also, you're going to get your international business license, so you can start trading globally as soon as you purchase your pack. So the next step will be to get registered, order your business owner box, and then book in a planning meeting with the person who's invited you to listen to this recording. And of course, you're probably asking yourself, just as I did, you know, will it work for me? So I'm just going to take a couple of minutes to explain why it absolutely will work for you. You know, with any new venture, there's going to be a bit of time and effort required. And so it absolutely does work for everyone if you put that little bit of time and effort in. And of course, the time and effort that you put in will be directly linked with how much money you would like to earn. You've got to be self-motivated, willing to work closely with the person who introduced you. I can promise you I'm not going to be at the end of your bed every morning with a big gong saying, come on, get up, let's build your business. You're going to have to do that for yourself. You are self-employed, but you're certainly not alone in business. It's a handheld support, but you will have to keep yourself motivated. You're not joining MI5, so you've got to be prepared to tell people what you're doing. You know, if you're sat there thinking it might be too good to be true, well, I would agree with you that if FedEx delivered your box in a couple of days' time and you just popped it next to your sofa with a little doily and a lamp on it and expected, checks to come flying through the post, well, then I'd agree with you that is too good to be true. But If you do what we say and you start to use the products, you start talking about the products because you'll naturally fall in love with them, well then checks start coming through the post. That's not too good to be true. That's just for reward for the time and effort that you've put in. You've got to be coachable. You know, this is, I guess, a new profession, and so there are some new skills to be learnt. But if you are coachable and you listen to or watch the relevant trainings or attend them, then all the skills are there for you to learn. You've got to be willing to think big, dream big, and set big goals for you and your family. Now, I honestly rolled my eyes at this when I first heard it because it sounded very American to me. And coming from a police officer background, it really just didn't sink in of how important it was to set goals. And again, being honest, you know, I had scraped through high school, comprehensive school with just 6 GCSEs. And, you know, although as a kid, I don't remember wishing for what I got at that point, I just never really dreamed big, or I thought that I had no qualifications, so I wouldn't be able to do anything other than be a police officer. And when I was a kid, I know I didn't say to my mum, I really want to be 31 years of age, driving a 2006 plate Renault Clio in 2015, and I really want to be able to have to de-ice it on the inside in the winter. That is not what I wanted. I wanted a house in the countryside. I wanted to drive a Range Rover. I wanted a wonderful family unit. But quite honestly, as I got going through, you know, life and I didn't get any qualifications, I just shut myself off to what was possible. But when you start this, you really have to open yourself back up again, that actually anything is possible. Because if one thing this business has taught me is that you can do whatever you set your mind to. And I work alongside normal people. I'm a very normal person. Well, some might differ, but very normal person. But yeah, we're achieving some extraordinary things because we've embraced it. You've got to commit the time required to be successful, and of course your success, everyone's success means different things. If you want £200, when you achieve that, you've succeeded. And of course the time to money ratio there is all relevant. And you've got to commit to looking after your regular customers. They're your bread and butter. Building your team, helping those people build their teams. And overall, I think the most important thing on this slide is having a great attitude. So all that's left to do now is to get back in contact, if you like what you see, with the person who sent you this message. You might be in one of 3 places. The first might be, yeah, do you know what? I get what it is. It sounds great, but it's just not for me. And that's absolutely fine. It can't be for everybody. What I would urge you to do, though, is speak to them about the products because they really are fantastic. It might be that you've listened to everything and you think, yeah, maybe this could be for me, but I've got some questions I want answered. And if that's the case, again, make sure you go straight back to them after the presentation and get those questions answered so you can make a really informed decision. Or it might be, as I was, yes, absolutely. I don't know what she was on about case credits. I don't really understand those positions on the marketing plan, but it feels right. And that was really important to me. And if you're that way, again, get back in contact with the person you've been speaking to and let them know that you're really excited as we were. So thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to listen to our presentation. I look forward to meeting you all in the future.